topic such as discovering your own passion. I'm always told that in the business school, y'all are kind of trained to fit into a particular mold to then kind of go into corporate America, do something in terms of finance or business. And I've encountered a lot of students since I've been at Howard saying, well, I might want to do something else. Or I might want to go on and be my own entrepreneur and not really fit in the whole mold of what we find in corporate America. So usually the first question for them is, what do I do? They say, I've been in the business school my whole time in undergrad. I don't know what's going to go on in my life. I'm about a step away from graduating from college. What do I do? And when I think about this thing called discovering your own passion, I got to think about what my own guardian told me. I left my mother when I was 16. I stayed with her first cousin who became my guardian, so I just call her my cousin Alexis. But for people, the first time they hear about the story, I just say guardian because if I say my cousin, they think someone my age. But my guardian Alexis sat me down at the breakfast table. His father was in high school, senior year, and she said one thing to me. She said, love what you do, and you'll never work a day in your life. And it was simple. She said, love what you do, and you will never work a day in your life. Senior year of high school, I'm lazy. I'm like, that's good. I don't got to work a day in my life. I can make me a little money, and I don't have to worry about getting up there and toiling in the dirt and in the mud. I had some jobs by that time. By that time, I had already worked as a maintenance man. By that time, I had already cleaned out grates. By that time, I had packed bags as well. I mean, love what you do when you never have to work a day in your life. And what's that about? And she said, don't forget the first part. You gotta love what you do. So that put me on this path of discovering what my own passions were. Identifying what I wanted to do with my life. And I'll be honest, I'm still in that process. So I got a little 4-step plan, and you might start that tonight, or you may have been doing this your whole life, but you'll still always be in that process. I'm still always in that process. So when she said, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life, it was so important to me because I knew there'd come a point in time when I had to step from college to the real world and have something to do. So this whole thing is a process of self-assessment. Like I said, they come to my office. This is real. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I don't know where I'm going to go. So I might start asking simple questions. Like, what do you like to do? I don't know. What are you good at? I don't know. How can you be here 20, 21 years of your life and don't know what you're good at? How can you be here 21, 22, 23, some people 25 years of their life and don't know what they like to do? Because they never went on that process, that journey of self-assessment. Never did. Never thought about what they wanted out of life. And I'm going to paraphrase someone whom I respect greatly, Les Brown. And when he said this, kind of put a nail in it. He said the most valuable place on this planet, the most valuable place you will find in all of the earth, they're not the diamond mines, they're not the gold mines, they're not what you consider traditional value. The most valuable place on this earth is the graveyard. Because in it you find the people who have died with their whole lives in them. Had so much value, so much worth. But because they were scared to step out and discover their own passions and act on their own passions, they died without jobs being created that they could have created. Businesses that they could have started. Books that they could have written. Screenplays and movies and television shows that they could have done, but they were scared and they didn't know their own passion, so they died and took it with them into the grave. So right now, it's the most valuable place. And we want to ensure that that doesn't happen with us.